Okay, weird question. What if T-Rex was still alive and we dropped it into Africa? Right now, today, 9 tons of apex predator walking out onto the Serengeti. Does it take over the whole continent? Or does Africa eat it alive? Let's find out. This is Beast Files. First, meet our contestant, T-Rex. 40 feet long, 9 tons, a skull 5 feet long with 60 teeth in it, some of them the size of bananas. And the bite? 8,000 pounds of force. That's the strongest bite of any land animal that has ever existed. It didn't slice meat, it shattered bone and swallowed the pieces. On paper, absolute monster, undefeated. But paper doesn't win fights. Here's the thing nobody tells you about Africa. It's full. Every job is taken. Every water hole has an owner. Every scrap of territory is already being defended by something that's been perfecting the role for millions of years. And T-Rex's old home? Totally different world. Warmer, wetter, way more food. So we're not asking if T-Rex was tough. We know it was. We're asking if it can hold down a job in a city that's already hired everybody. Start with the basics. Can it eat? A full-grown T-Rex needs around 250 pounds of meat per day. That's an entire impala daily, or a whole buffalo every 3 days. Good news, Africa's got it. The Serengeti migration alone is over 1 million wildebeest moving across the plains. The buffet is real, but finding food and catching food are very, very different things. And this is where it falls apart a little. You've seen the movies. T-Rex chasing a jeep? Yeah, that's fiction. Scientists modeled the actual leg bones, and here's what they found. If T-Rex ran faster than about 15 miles an hour, the force would start snapping its own legs. 9 tons falling over at speed is a death sentence. So T-Rex walked, fast walk, maybe 5 miles an hour. Now, a wildebeest hits 50. A gazelle hits 55. In a foot race, T-Rex isn't just losing, it's not even in the race. But it didn't need to race. Because T-Rex wasn't a sprinter, it was a stalker. Those eyes face forward. That's binocular vision, built for judging distance, same as an eagle or a wolf. And the nose? The smell center of its brain was enormous. It could probably smell a dead animal from miles away, like a vulture. But 9 tons and on foot. T-Rex didn't chase healthy prey. It found the sick, the injured, and the already dead. And then it walked up and took whatever it wanted. When you're that big, you don't have to be fast. You just have to show up. Now, the problem T-Rex can't outmuscle. Big animals can't cool down. It's simple geometry. The bigger you get, the less surface area you have compared to your volume. Heat gets in fast and leaves slow. Elephants fix this with giant ears full of blood vessels. Rhinos roll in mud. Lions just don't move between 11 and 4. T-Rex? No big ears, no sweat glands, no mud strategy we know of. Standing on an open savanna at midday, this thing cooks within hours. So it'd have to go nocturnal. Sleep all day, hunt all night. Whole lifestyle change. And now the one it never sees coming. 66 million years. That's how long germs have had to evolve without T-Rex around. Modern Africa is loaded with stuff T-Rex has zero immunity to. Anthrax lives in the soil. Tsetse flies carry parasites. Rinderpest, foot and mouth, bacteria that have been in an evolutionary arms race for 66 million years, an arms race T-Rex sat out completely. And remember, this thing eats carrion, rotting meat, full of everything that killed the animal in the first place. The biggest predator in history, taken out by something you need a microscope to see. That's not a joke. That's genuinely the most likely outcome. Let's say it survives the heat, survives the germs. Now it has to deal with the locals. Lions won't fight it. They're not stupid. They'll just follow it around and rob it. That's literally their business model. They steal from cheetahs and leopards every day of the week. Hyenas are worse. 30 of them, fully coordinated, and they will not stop until you leave your food behind. Ask any lion. Then there's the Nile crocodile, a ton of armor that has been holding that riverbank for 200 million years and is not moving, and T-Rex has to drink every single day, straight into croc territory. And elephants, 6 tons, hypersocial, zero fear. A mom defending her calf does not care how big you are. But here's the actual issue. Every animal we just listed is specialized for this exact place. Millions of years tuned to this heat, this prey, this ground, these diseases. T-Rex shows up with none of that. Incredible predator for a world that stopped existing 66 million years ago. Being the biggest doesn't mean being the best suited. Plenty of enormous animals went extinct while smaller, hungrier things took over. And then it runs into the final boss, us. A 9-ton meat eater walking near villages and farms isn't a nature documentary, it's an emergency. We've wiped out apex predators for way less. Wolves, bears, big cats, pushed off entire continents mostly for taking the occasional cow. T-Rex could eat a cow in one bite. It would be in conflict with people from day one. And honestly, out of everything in this episode, the heat, the germs, the crocs, the elephants, this is what finishes it. It doesn't get outcompeted, it gets removed. So, could T-Rex survive in Africa today? Short term? Honestly, yeah. It flipped nocturnal beat to heat. It scavenged way more than it hunted, using that insane nose to beat everything else to the carcass. And in any straight fight it chose, it wins. Weeks, maybe months. But surviving isn't the same as belonging. To actually live somewhere, you need to breed, raise young, hold territory for generations against everything that's already there. And on that, no chance. The world moved on and closed the door behind it. But here's the part that genuinely messes with your head. T-Rex doesn't need to come back, because it kind of never left. Go look at a bird. Any bird. Hollow bones, a wishbone, 3 forward toes, builds nests, sits on eggs, feathers. Birds aren't related to dinosaurs. Birds are dinosaurs. They're the one branch that survived the asteroid. There are over 10,000 species of them right now, which means there are more dinosaur species alive today than during most of the age of dinosaurs. So no Rex could not make it in modern Africa. But its family? Still here, just smaller, and feathered, sitting in the trees over the savannah, watching lions do the job their great-great-grandfather used to do by himself. The king's gone, the family business is doing fine, that's the file. Every beast has one, and we're opening all of them. Subscribe. And